What comes to your mind when you think of Slavic food? Lots of soups, fermented dishes and tons of dough? Or maybe all you know are borscht and blini? In reality, there are 13 different Slavic cuisines. Each of them is unique and full of surprises. Some make jelly from pork, some serve soups inside a loaf of bread, and somewhere else shrimp and mussels are cooked in white wine. This is Slavic, here we talk about Slavs, and today we'll tell you about every Slavic cuisine. Let's start with Russian cuisine. It was born in harsh conditions, long winters, dense forests and rich nature. That's why Russian food is hearty and warming. Soups, porridge, pickled vegetables, mushrooms and game. In the old days, the heart of every home was the oven. It kept the house warm and was used for cooking, which is why people here love bread, pies and all kinds of baked and boiled dishes. The pride of Russian cuisine is, of course, soups. There are dozens of them, hot and cold, meat and fish, mushroom and even milk-based or made with kvass. For example, shi, a cabbage soup made with fresh or fermented cabbage. And in summer, people often make okroshka, a cold soup with vegetables and meat served on kvass. By the way, kvass is a traditional Slavic drink made from bread and it's still popular in Russia today. Among the main dishes, you can't skip pelmeni, simple dumplings made of dough and minced meat, usually served with sour cream. And of course, blini, thin pancakes that are a symbol of Russian cuisine. They're eaten with jam, cottage cheese, fish, sour cream or even caviar. Another staple is pies. Russia has countless types of them. One of the most famous is crni, a pie filled with chicken or turkey. It used to be baked for weddings and holidays. Now let's move on to Ukrainian cuisine. It grew on fertile lands, so it's rich in meat, vegetables and dough. Dishes often include cabbage, potatoes and beets. And of course, garlic and herbs. They give Ukrainian food its special aroma. The heart of Ukrainian cuisine is without a doubt borscht. It's a beet soup cooked in meat broth with cabbage, potatoes, carrots, onions and tomatoes. It's served with sour cream and pampushki, small fluffy Ukrainian yeast-raised buns, usually topped with garlic and herbs. Another Ukrainian classic is varenyky, soft dumplings with dozens of fillings, potato, cabbage, cottage cheese, cherries and more. They're usually served with sour cream or butter. And of course, salo, cured pork fat, is not just food but a part of culture. It's eaten salted, smoked or fried, often with garlic and black bread. Other popular dishes include golubtsi, cabbage rolls stuffed with meat and rice. Talking about Belarusian cuisine, its special feature is how many dishes are made with potatoes. What makes it different from other Slavic cuisines is the almost complete absence of dairy dishes and sweets. In Belarus, people truly love potatoes. They use them to make draniki, klecki, kalduni, potato casseroles, babka, drachona, kapitki, ležan, gulbishniki, and many more. But the most iconic Belarusian dish is without a doubt draniki. The classic recipe is simple. Grated potatoes mixed with salt and fried in pork fat. Often people also add an egg, flour and onion. Draniki are traditionally served hot with sour cream. Besides potatoes, Belarusian cuisine often uses pork, mushrooms, grains and pickled vegetables. And, of course, homemade bread and kvass. So what do you think? I'm already getting hungry. But those were just the East Slavs. What's ahead is even more interesting. Before we move on, a quick reminder. You can support us on Patreon or right here on YouTube. We post new videos every week and your support means a lot to us. Alright, let's continue. Polish cuisine is all about homely comfort and rich flavors. People here love hearty meals, thick soups and aromatic sauces. The main symbol of Polish cuisine is żurek, a thick sour rice soup with sausages, potatoes and boiled eggs. It's often served with fragrant bread or even right inside a bread bowl. Both delicious and beautiful. Another famous dish is bigos, stewed sauerkraut with meat and sausage. Since the dish doesn't lose its taste when reheated, it's often cooked in large quantities in a big pot and then frozen. It's said that with every reheating, the flavors mature and become even richer. And of course, pierogi, Poland's beloved dumplings with a variety of fillings: meat, potatoes and cottage cheese, cabbage with mushrooms, spinach or berries. They can be boiled, fried or baked and are usually served with sour cream or fried onions. Pierogi are a true pride of Poland and a must-have at every celebration. Let's move on to Czech cuisine. Czech cuisine was shaped in the heart of Europe, influenced by German, Hungarian and Austrian traditions, yet it has kept its own unique character. Czechs really love sauces and there are lots of them. Cucumber, tomato, horseradish, dill, blackberry, garlic and onion. One of the most famous dishes is webžo knedlo zelo, roasted pork with knedliky and stewed sauerkraut. Three flavors that blend perfectly together. Knedliky themselves are a signature of Czech cuisine. These are pieces of boiled dough served instead of bread, usually with meat and sauces. No traditional Czech meal is complete without them. Another pride of the Czech Republic is svíčková. Beef stewed in a creamy vegetable sauce, served with knedliky and a spoonful of lingonberry jam. And for dessert, trdelník, a sweet pastry roll baked on a spit and sprinkled with sugar and cinnamon. Its aroma is unmistakable, especially on the streets of Prague. Czechs don't eat fish very often, but during fishing season or on the Christmas table, carp is a must. There are many ways to cook it: fish soup, carp cutlets or fried carp. Now let's talk about Slovak cuisine. Slovak cuisine was formed from simple and accessible ingredients provided by the local land. It uses potatoes, cabbage, flour, pork and dairy products widely. The main dish is bryndzové galušky. These are small potato dumplings with sheep cheese brindza and fried bacon. It's a symbol of the national cuisine. A popular soup is kapustnica, thick and flavorful, made with sauerkraut, meat and smoked sausage. It's often cooked for holidays, especially Christmas. Among flour-based dishes, lokše stand out. Thin potato flatbreads served with sour cream, honey or meat. And for dessert, makovník, a sweet, soft poppy seed roll. Now we're moving on to Slovenian cuisine. It combines the traditions of the Alpine, Mediterranean and Balkan regions. There are several traditional soups here. The first is mushroom soup, made only from porcini mushrooms. Next comes jota, a sour soup made with sauerkraut, potatoes, beans and dried pork. And the third is bograč, a thick meat soup with vegetables and paprika, borrowed from Hungarian cuisine. The most famous Slovenian sausage is kranjska klobasa. It's considered a masterpiece of national importance and a true symbol of the country. For dessert, there are strukli, dough rolls filled with cottage cheese, nuts or apples. Slovenia also has its own version of Italian prosciutto, with almost the same name, pršut. Let's move on to Croatian cuisine. Croatian food is incredibly diverse. In the inland regions, it shares similarities with Austrian, German and Hungarian traditions, and in some areas, even with Turkish influences. These parts are known for their hearty filling meals, lots of meat, vegetables, grains, dairy products and eggs. On the Croatian coast, however, the influence of ancient and Illyrian cuisine is noticeable, later mixed with Mediterranean flavors. Along the Adriatic coast and the islands, the diet follows the Mediterranean style, based on fish, seafood, fruits, vegetables and olive oil. A particularly interesting dish is crni rižot, black risotto colored naturally with cuttlefish ink. Another popular seafood dish is brudet, a fish stew. Its key feature is simplicity. It's usually cooked in a single pot and often served with polenta or toasted bread that soaks up the rich fish broth. And finally we have pašticada, a national dish of stewed beef prepared in a special sauce. It's often made for festive occasions like weddings. Pašticada is typically served with gnocchi or homemade pasta. This dish is considered the pinnacle of Croatian cuisine. Next up is Serbian cuisine, hearty, meaty and full of bold flavors. Pork, beef, peppers, onions and bread are used widely. Serbian food is known for its smoky aroma and rich spices, especially paprika and garlic. One of the most iconic Serbian dishes is pljeskavica, a round flat patty made from minced meat. It's usually served with sliced onions or a creamy dairy spread called kajmak. Another favorite is cevapcici, small grilled sausages. They're served with plenty of sliced onions, fresh white bread and sides like vegetables, sauces or cheeses. It's important to note that cevapcici are considered a dish of the Balkan peoples as a whole. They're also very popular in Slovenia, Croatia and Bosnia. Historically, it's believed that the dish was brought to the region by the Ottoman Empire. The same goes for ajvar, a traditional Balkan sauce made from roasted red peppers. It's used as a condiment for meats and side dishes, or simply eaten with bread. Another well-known Serbian dish is prebranac, a baked casserole of caramelized onions and white beans in a sauce. It was originally cooked by farmers during long winters, which is why it's both filling and nutritious. And then there's gibanica, a traditional Serbian pastry popular throughout the Balkans. It's made with layers of thin dough and a filling of eggs and white cheese. Depending on the recipe, gibanica can be sweet or savory. Over time, many regional variations have appeared. For example, in Slovenia's Prekmurje region, they make a layered version called prekmurska gibanica. Now let's talk about Bosnian and Herzegovinian cuisine, where natural flavors and gentle seasoning are key. Most dishes are soft and cooked with minimal water, and sauces are almost completely natural. A distinctive feature is that many meals are cooked slowly in a pot. A great example is bosanski lonac, Bosnian pot, a thick stew made from beef and vegetables layered and simmered for hours in a clay pot. It's one of the oldest and most traditional dishes in the country. Other favorites include cevapi and burek, a meat pie, and sirnica filled with cheese. These pastries are known for their shape, thin dough rolled in a spiral and baked until golden. They're also popular across the entire Balkan region. Another beloved dish is sarma, meat and rice wrapped in grape or cabbage leaves. For dessert, people often enjoy baklava or tulumba, sweets inherited from Ottoman cuisine. They're typically served with strong black coffee, an essential part of every Bosnian meal. Let's move on to Montenegrin cuisine, a delicious contrast between the mountains and the sea. On the coast, seafood and olive oil, while in the mountains it's all about meat and cheese. One of Montenegro's culinary symbols is njeguški pršut, dry cured smoked ham from the village of Njeguši, smoked over oak wood. It's served with cheese, olives and homemade bread. Cheese plays a big role in Montenegrin food. One of the most unique types is prljo, a traditional mountain cheese. Another popular dish is kačamak, a thick porridge made from cornmeal, cheese and butter. Seafood is also common, with many similarities to the Croatian coast. You'll find black risotto and brudet here too. Another coastal favorite is buzara, a seafood sauce where shrimps, mussels and scallops are stewed in white or red wine. For dessert, there is priganice, small fried dough balls. Montenegro is full of olive groves. Locals make their own olive oil and marinate olives using different recipes. You can taste them at local markets, and olive oil from Montenegrin producers makes for a perfect souvenir. Now let's head to Bulgarian cuisine. It's built on a wide use of vegetables, herbs and fruits. Different types of meat are common, as well as freshwater and sea fish. Bulgarian cooking is rich in salads and hot and cold soups. Another key feature is the heavy use of fresh and canned greens. Fermented dairy drinks like yogurt or ayran play an important role too. Cheese is the foundation of many dishes. For example, brinza or sirena and kaškaval, a yellow semi-hard cheese. Both are used in salads and casseroles. The most iconic dish is šopska salata. It consists of tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers, onions and grated white cheese sirena. It is a symbol of Bulgarian cuisine and a must-have dish on every table. Bulgarian cuisine also offers a variety of soups, green, meat and fish-based. Among cold soups, tarator is the best known, made with yogurt, cucumbers, garlic, walnuts and herbs. As for hot dishes, one of the most popular is moussaka, a baked casserole of potatoes, mincemeat and eggs. Another interesting one is kavarma, which can be served both hot and cold, and in fact, these are two different dishes. Hot kavarma resembles a thick soup, while cold kavarma is solidified fat poured into a sheep's stomach. After cooling, the kavarma is cut into medium-thick slices and served at the table. And finally, North Macedonian cuisine. It makes generous use of peppers, eggplants, tomatoes, beans, onions and garlic. Two of the best-known dishes with beautiful names are tauče grauče and turli tava. Tauče grauče is white beans baked in a pan with onions and bell peppers, and turli tava is a stew made with vegetables and meat. The main ingredients can vary a lot. Usually the dish includes potatoes and eggplants. Green beans, bell peppers, carrots, zucchini, tomatoes, onions and garlic can also be added. Meat versions are made with beef, lamb or veal. In general, sweet red pepper is considered the main vegetable of Macedonia, so many dishes are made with it. Ivar is incredibly popular here, you can find it literally everywhere. Stuffed peppers are another favorite, typically filled with minced meat. A similar sauce to ivar is pinjur, made mostly from roasted eggplants instead of peppers. Another national delicacy is shirden, minced meat stuffed into intestines and baked in small clay pots. It's a rare local specialty from the city of Prilep. Just like in other Balkan countries, Macedonians love pleskavica, sarma and burek. And that brings us to the end of our gastronomic journey through the Slavic countries. We try to give you a quick but rich tour of Slavic cuisine without leaving out anything essential. Tell us in the comments, did we succeed? Maybe we missed one of your favorite dishes. Don't forget to give us a like, subscribe to the channel and see you in the next video.